welcome back to our lesson today. We are very excited to have you, and we are going to continue learning more about the children of Israel.
Yes.
And so last time we talked about the 10 commandments.
Yes.
And we divided the 10 commandments into 2 parts.
Yeah.
So the first part we say talks more about how to love God, and then the next 5, the other set talks about how to love each
other. Yes.
So you remember last time we talked about the first 5 commandments?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Yes, we talked about the first 5 commandments, and so today we'll continue with the other set of the other 5
yeah. But what I want us to do is, before we go to the other set of 5, I want you to take us through the actions that you taught us. Yes, the actions you taught us, so that at least it will help us remember how to do it.
Yes, so kids, if you watched last time, you can do it together with us to see if you can still remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first commandment is no other God but me.
Yes.
So that is the command that God gives. So we're going to stick out one finger.
Yeah.
Yes. And so this one finger represents one God.
Yeah.
And then God is in heaven.
Yeah.
So we're going to say no other God but me.
Yeah.
Yes, I hope you remember that.
Yeah.
So commandment number 2 says, do not make for yourself an idol.
Yeah.
So we'll stick out 2 fingers from both hands,
Yeah.
one each.
Yeah.
Yes. Then we're going to say, so we'll pretend this is an idol and this is you. So you're not supposed to bow to an idol.
Yeah.
So we'll say, make for yourself. Do not make for yourself an idol and pretend you're bowing. So let's say that again. Do not make for yourself an idol.
Yeah.
Okay. So number 3, commandment number 3, will stick out 3 fingers.
3 fingers.
Yes, and 3 fingers represent God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
That is the Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
Yes, and so you're not supposed to take the name of the Lord in vain.
Yes.
So that is what you're going to say. Do not take the name of the Lord in vain. Yes, cover your mouth so that you don't take it in vain.
Yeah,
so
we need to we remember this, because so many times children, they keep saying God and oh my God, or they say in another language, and we are not supposed to do that.
Yes.
So 3 says,
do not take the Lord's name in vain. Okay. So number 4, it says honor the Sabbath day and keep it holy.
Yeah.
So remember, we are supposed to rest on the Sabbath day, not to work.
Yeah.
So we'll stick out 4 fingers to represent the 4th commandment.
Yes.
Then you're going to pretend that this is our pillow. And you're going to rest. So we say honor the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
Then commandment number 5 says honor your father and
your
mother.
Yeah.
Yes, and the sign language you say for father and mother is father
and then mother.
So we'll go like honor your father and mother. Yes, hope you remembered, kids, what we did last time.
Yeah. So those are the 5 first commandments, and it's really telling us how we need to be able to love God. Okay.
Yeah.
So the other 5 commandments that we are going to love, those are commandments that help us live with one
other.
with each other. Okay. And the first commandment says, do not murder.
You're not supposed
so
to
let me tell you,
life.
You're not supposed to take anyone's life. Murder means killing somebody. Okay, God has given it as a commandment and has said nobody is supposed to kill anybody. So we need to remember, it doesn't matter what the person has done, because sometimes you say they're a thief, let's kill them. God says no. Then you say, but they've hurt me, let me kill them. God says no. It doesn't matter what they've done. You know, they've stolen something from me, let's kill them. No, God doesn't want us to do that. So we always need to remember, do not murder.
Do not murder, because you also need to remember, kids, that life is so precious, and it's from God. It's God that gives life.
Yes.
So you cannot take it away from anyone.
Yes. Wow, I like that. You don't have the right to take anybody's life, because life is precious.
Yes.
Okay. So that is commandment number 6. Okay. Yeah. So then now commandment number 7. Okay. Let's do number 7. So that's number 7. This says, do not commit adultery. Okay. And that word adultery, I know maybe some of you have not heard about it and you don't know what it means. Okay. So when God says do not commit adultery, what God is actually meaning is that when he made man, he wanted it to be one husband and one wife, or one man and one woman.
Yeah.
He did not want one man to go and have his wife and then to go and try and look for another wife or another girlfriend. God says do not commit adultery. And so he did not even want that a wife, like she already has a husband and then she's going out looking for another husband. No, God did not want that, and that is why the commandment actually says do not commit adultery. So that's commandment number 7. Okay, so then now we are going to go to commandment number 8. Okay, let's make number 8 with our fingers. So we'll now go to commandment number 8. Commandment number 8 says do not steal. We all know what stealing is.
Yes, we all tried.
Yes, even as children, we have tried to take something that doesn't belong to us.
Yeah.
When you take something that is not yours without permission, that is stealing.
Yeah.
You can't say I was just borrowing it, and you have to ask.
Going to return it.
Yes. You have to ask for permission from the owner of that thing. So you can't take somebody's pencil and say, I was just taking it. You can't take somebody's rubber and say, I was just using it. No. You always need to make sure you ask.
Yes.
Okay? And if you use somebody's rubber and you have forgotten, you need to apologize and say, no, I was not taking it. I'm sorry. Here is your rubber back. And you give them.
Yes.
So children, we always need to remember not to steal. Sometimes you want to take some money
and get
to
something.
buy a snack or to buy sweets or to buy chocolate, just some things that we like, and you find yourself that money is not yours, you've not asked anybody for permission, and then you take it. That is stealing. God says that we are not supposed to steal. Okay, so that is commandment number 8. So now we are going to do commandment number 9.
Yes.
Now this is also another one that the children would have done. Yes, they have done it before, and this says do not lie. We find ourselves lying
maybe to get out of trouble.
Yes,
I'm going to be punished. Let me just tell a lie. No, remember also the Bible says that the truth will set you free.
Yes, the truth will set you free. Sometimes we find ourselves getting into trouble. Okay, you're told don't do something, then you do it, and then when you're asked, did you do this? You go, no, and that's a lie.
You've already lied.
So we are not supposed to lie. You know, like Teacher Rachel has said, the Bible says the truth shall set you free.
Just
whenever you speak the truth, you will be in a better place. Okay, whenever you speak the truth, you will be in a better place. So you need to remember commandment number 9. Do not lie. Okay, now we've gotten to the last commandment, not the least but the last one. So this is number 10. Okay, and then this is also another word that sometimes we've not had, and it could be a new word to some of you, but it is a word that you will know and recognize, and this says do not covet. Okay, so what is coveting? Coveting is wanting something that does not belong to you.
Yes, and most of times when you covet, it actually leads to jealousy.
That's true.
Because you want it and maybe you can't have it, and so you start getting. So probably I want your necklace and I can't have it, or I can't have like that one, and then I'll start like, I want that necklace, but I can't have it. And then I get jealous that she has it and I don't. So that is the meaning of covet.
Yes, covet is wanting something that is not yours. Okay, and God tells us do not covet. Actually, the Bible actually says do not covet your neighbor's house, do not covet your neighbor's wife, do not covet your neighbor's donkey, do not, because at that time the children of Israel, where they were living, they had things, and they would see other people with things and they would want them. But God told them, no, you cannot covet other people's things. Okay, so children, all these laws were actually there for the children of Israel, because where they had come from in Egypt, okay, they had been in Egypt for more than 400 years, and they were so used to doing some of the things that the Egyptians did. You know, they would kill each other, they would lie, they would steal, they would commit adultery, they would not obey their parents, they would worship other gods, they would just do all these things. So God had to give them rules, and when he gave them rules, it was just to help them so that they don't do that. Now those rules are even for us.
Yes.
You remember last time I said those rules were given to the children of Israel, but they are also for us, especially the way we've put them down. Those rules are for us. So children, I want you to always remember the 10 commandments. When you do the actions, you'll remember. Teacher Rachel, I want you to take us how you do the second part of the actions.
Okay, so we already did the first 5, so now we're going to start from number 6. Yes, and so number 6, we're going to stick out our finger,
our thumb
finger, and then
the hand,
the 5 fingers on this other hand. So this is 6, because if you count the fingers are 6. Yes, and then it says do not murder. Yes, and then we're going to poke our chest, because you know when you poke your chest with something sharp, yes, you will die. So that we'll use that to represent murder. So we'll go like do not murder.
We do that again.
Let's do it again, kids. So
your thumb out and one hand out.
Yes, so do not murder. Okay, so we go to number 7. So number 7, commandment number 7 says do not commit adultery. So we're going to use these 2 fingers to represent father and mother, or husband and wife. Then these other
man and woman,
yes. Then this other hand will stick out all the 5 fingers, because it's number 7. And then we'll assume that these are the children. And so we're going to say do not commit adultery. And so remind the kids that mommy and daddy always need to stay together.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yes.
So you cross your fingers.
Yeah, you cross your finger, because mommy and daddy need to stay together.
So that's number 7.
Number 7. So let's do that again. Do not commit adultery.
Wow.
Okay. Then we go to number 8. And number 8 says do not steal. And so kids, we're going to pretend that this is something
that you want to steal.
That you want. And it's not yours. So then you're going to try and grab it. That is steal it, and it's not yours, but you're not supposed to steal. So we'll go like do not steal. Okay, let's do that again. So number 8, do not steal. Okay. Yes, do not steal. Yes, then we go to number 9.
Number 9.
Out 4 fingers from one hand and 5 fingers from the other to represent number 9. And so because it says do not tell lies. And you know we tell lies with our mouths.
We tell lies with our mouths.
With our mouths, yes. So we are going to cover our mouths. And so we'll go like do not lie. Let's do that again, kids. Do not lie. Okay, I hope you got that. You should not lie. So now the last commandment, that's the number 10. Number 10. And so we also learned a new word on this, covet. And so covet is taking things or wanting things that are not yours. So number 10, do not covet, because you want all these things and you can't have them, and you want, so you're not supposed to do that. So let's do that again, kids. Do not covet. Yes, and so that is the other set of the 5 commandments. Now I think we can do from the first commandment to the last commandment.
Yes, we try and remember from the first one to the last.
Try and remember. So we'll do it a little bit fast, because we have to do all the 10
commandments.
So we'll start from number 1. Stick out your finger. So no other God but me. Yes. Then number 2, do not make for yourselves an idol. Then number 3, do not take the Lord's name in vain. And number 4, honor the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Number 5, honor your father and mother. Number 6, do not murder. Number 7, do not commit adultery. Number 8, do not steal. Number 9, do not lie. And number 10, do not covet.
Wow! That's a wonderful lesson. I hope you've done all the actions. If you haven't done, you can watch it again and be able to learn all these actions. So what we're going to do right now is we are going to go to the next thing that we'll do.
We're going to sing a song.
Yes, we are going to sing a song. Okay, are we going to sing or somebody else is singing for us?
So today we let Shiro sing on her own. You remember our guest from the last from last time? So she's going to do a nice
song for us.
And hope you'll all enjoy it. And you can sing along.
You can sing along, and then we'll try and put the words there so that you can see them. But then now we all have to stand up to be able to sing. So everybody stand up as Shiro comes to be able to share the song with us.
Okay.
Hi kids, I'm so happy to be back here again to sing and to dance with you. So get up on your feet and let's get ready to sing this song. We're going to sing a song called The Perfect 10, and it's about God's 10 commandments that are His perfect laws for us, His children. So let's sing this song. Number 1, we've just begun. God should be first in your life. Number 2's the idol rule. Those graven images aren't nice. Number 3, God's name should be never spoken in vain. Number 4, the Sabbath for our worship and our rest. Number 5, we all should strive to honor father and mother. Number 6, don't get your kicks from killing one another. Number 7, life is heaven when you're true to your mate. Number 8, don't steal and break this rule for goodness sake. Number 9, don't be the kind to go around telling lies. Number 10, don't covet when you see your neighbor's house or wife. That's the list, and God insists we stay away from these things. That is why we memorize commandments 1 through 10. The perfect 10, the perfect 10. They're just as true as they were way back when. God gave the perfect 10, the perfect 10. Let's say them once again. Number 1, we've just begun. God should be first in your life. Number 2's the idol rule. Those graven images aren't nice. Number 3, God's name should be never spoken in vain. Number 4, the Sabbath's for our worship and our rest. Number 5, we all should strive to honor father and mother. Number 6, don't get your kicks from killing one another. Number 7, life is heaven when you're true to your mate. Number 8, don't steal and break this rule for goodness sake. Number 9, don't be the kind who goes around telling lies. Number 10, don't covet when you see your neighbor's house or wife. That's the list, and God insists we stay away from these things. That is why we memorize commandments 1 through 10. The perfect 10, the perfect 10. They're just as true as they were way back when. God gave the perfect 10, the perfect 10. God gave the perfect 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The perfect 10.
Okay kids, so we are here and we are going to do a craft, and it is a very exciting craft that we'll do together. Okay, so we all know that Moses went up Mount Sinai and he got the 10 commandments. We've not learned that yet, but we will learn, you know, as we keep going. We are going to learn how Moses went up the mountain to get the 10 commandments, and the Bible says that he got them in a tablet. Yes, like 2 stone tablets. Okay, so we will do something exciting. Okay, I don't know if you're able to see this, but here is a picture of my. Okay, what does that look like? It actually does look like a tablet, you know, that's been put upright, or like a cell phone, you know, but both of them works, and this is what we are making for today. Okay, it's a little bit technical. We will use rulers and you know, pencils and all that, but I'm sure you're going to have some fun as we make it. So what we'll need for our craft today is a pair of scissors. Okay, so we have a pair of scissors right there. And then we are going to use a ruler. Okay, so we have our ruler. The other thing that we are going to use is we will use a pencil, which we'll use for drawing. Okay, and then we'll also have like a colored marker that we'll also use for drawing and for writing inside. So that's what we are going to use, okay? So as we go on, you're going to realize what we need to use, okay? Yeah, we've got a paper. Now, another thing that we are going to use, which is very important for you, a 2-liter container, okay? Now, this container, we are going to use it and we are going to trace it around. It's the one that's going to show us or direct us on how we are going to draw our tablet, okay?
Also, the other reason we're using it is because of the shape here.
Yes.
It resembles a modern tablet.
Yes, it does.
Yes. So we need this shape and we need to get it right, so we'll use the container.
Yes, so we'll use the container, okay? So we already had it pre-drawn, but this is what I'll tell you. So you put it down that way, then you trace it out all the way. You know, you trace it out, you go all the way, making sure that you're holding your container down so it's all tight and you're able to trace it down on that direction, okay? So you'll be able to trace it out, and then after you trace it out, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to be able to use our ruler, okay? We are going to use our ruler to measure. Now, the line that has appeared right at the bottom, okay? What you do is you make sure that you put your ruler down right there and you measure right in the center. You have to make sure that you measure 2 centimeters, okay? And when you measure 2 centimeters, you use your pencil and you mark out your 2 centimeters, okay? So I've measured it out 2 centimeters and I've marked it out with a pencil. So when I'm done measuring that 2 centimeters, I'm going to make sure that I turn my paper over, and then after that, when I turn my paper over, I'm going to use the ruler again and I draw a line across. I make sure that I draw a line across, okay? When I draw that line across, it will be a line that goes across from one end to the other, okay? After drawing that line across, from that line, we are going to make sure that now we start measuring out, okay? What I realized is that if you use that Ken Poly container, you know, from one end to the other end, it's about 22 centimeters, okay? Yeah. So from one end to the other end, which is lengthwise, it's about 20 centimeters. And then you remember we measured our line right there, 2 centimeters, and we drew a line across. So what we do is we use our ruler, and from the top to the bottom, all the line that you drew, not to the bottom of the other line that you know, at the end of the tablet, but right down to another second line that you drew, we'll mark 5 centimeters. So I've marked there 5 centimeters, I've marked again 5 centimeters, I've marked again 5 centimeters, and then I've marked again 5 centimeters, okay? And then when I do that, I take the ruler and I go across, okay? On the other side, I make sure that I mark from one end to the other. I mark 5 centimeters, I mark another 5 centimeters, and I mark another 5 centimeters. So what I do is I make sure that those lines that I've marked 5 centimeters, I actually trace them out and draw them and make them a little bit darker, okay? Because now you've marked it out, and make sure that you mark them out so you're able to see them. Now, parents or anybody who's helping, guardians, parents, older brothers and sisters, please make sure that you do this craft together with the children, just to help them so that they can know how to measure. Some of them are a little bit younger and they're not able to measure, but I want you to help them so that they're able to measure and then they're able to draw the lines, okay? So when they draw all along, this is how it's going to look like when all the lines are drawn across. So it actually looks like they are squares all over. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then right in the middle, that's where we are going to put our number 10, okay? So what we are going to do right now, we are going to be able to write the numbers over there, okay? But right before we write the numbers, okay, what I want us to do is using your pencil, you make sure so that it can actually look like a realistic, what do you call it, a tablet or an iPad, okay? So for iPads, tablets, what they usually have is a circle in the middle, and then for the Android phones or anything else, they have the square right there, okay? And then on one side, there's that symbol where you can go through, and there are 3 little lines there, and then on the other side, it looks like there's an arrow on one end. So make sure you've put them right there so you're able to see them so that it can look like somewhat a realistic whatever pad or a realistic tablet. So the other thing that we'll do is we'll use a brightly colored pencil. It doesn't matter, you can use, mine is orange. Teacher Rachel, what color are you using?
I'll use...
You'll use the black, yeah, so that you can be able to see. And then at the top of the squares that you have already drawn, because you'll realize it's all squares, at the top of those squares, you make sure you write numbers.
Yes,
okay?
1 to 10.
1 to 10. So we are going to write them down so that you're able to see them right at the top. So you write 1, and then I put a circle right on it, and then I write 2, I put a circle on it, 3, I put a circle on it, 4, and I go on and on and on until I'm able to get to number 10. Okay, because that's where the 10 commandments is. Yes, and then but number 10, make sure you put it in the middle, don't forget. Okay, okay, I've gotten to number 10 and I've put it right in the middle. Okay,
Yes.
so when I put number 10 in the middle, there are 2 boxes that on the side that are left, and that is where you're going to put the symbol, which is the star. Okay, and then on the other side we're going to put the hashtag. Really not hashtag, that's what people use, okay, but that's the hash. Okay, so now that actually is starting to look like our tablet. Okay,
Yeah.
now here comes where the work is. You remember the 10 commandments that we all learned? That is what we need to make sure that we write them over here. So we will take our time and we'll be able to write on each number, and we're going to be able to write the 10 commandments. And the first 10 commandments says, do not worship other gods. So we make sure we start writing. Yes, so we write from the top. Do not worship other gods. Okay, so that's commandment number 1. And commandment number 2 says, do not make idols to worship. So we start from the top so we can have enough space. Okay, idols
Worship.
Okay, number 3 says, do not take the name of the Lord in vain. Okay, so let's write there, do not take
the Lord's name.
The Lord's yeah, this is the longest we have, so even when you're writing, make sure that you're able to fit everything. The other one is keep the Sabbath day holy. So you write the word keep, then holy. Okay, number 5, it says honor your father and mother. So we write over there, honor okay, number 6 says do not murder. Okay, number 7 says do not commit adultery. Okay, adultery is a new word that we learned for those of you who did not know it. Okay, number 8 says do not steal. Okay, number 9 says do not lie. Okay, and then number 10, which is the last commandment, it says do not covet. Okay, and that's it.
And we're done.
And that's it for our craft today.
Yes,
okay, so when you see this, it actually looks like cell phone, or even it looks like a tablet. Okay.
Yes.
Now we use our pair of scissors and we are able to just cut it all the way round. Okay, just make sure you cut along that line. Okay, and children, we will always say this: if you're using a pair of scissors and you're young, you need to get an adult to help you, or just make sure that you've got safety scissors. Yeah, so you don't have to cut yourself or prick yourself. Okay, so you make sure you go all around. Okay. Wow, and that's it.
Your tablet with the 10 Commandments.
Your tablet with the 10 Commandments, and you're able to see all of them. You know, when you're looking out, you're able to see all the 10 Commandments. That's an amazing craft. Wow. Okay, yeah, when I look at it, I'm thinking, I'll not forget, because I'll be able to see the numbers. And we are so familiar with seeing numbers
on the phone.
Yeah, either on a cell phone or on a keypad. This is how they look like, so you're able to see that. So that's our craft today. I hope you will enjoy doing this craft.
Yeah.
Okay, like once again I mentioned, if you need help, please ask for help for doing all the measurements, so you're able to draw your lines the way you need to draw them. Okay, so that's it for today.